Hello everyone, today we'll be playing Little Witch in the Woods. The game description says it's an unfinished game, so I guess we'll find out what exactly that means. I wonder where the carrot was. You're still thinking about that? We found everything except the carrot. I think it's good that we never found the carrot. There was something off about that legendary carrot soup recipe. I just realized we never checked the men's restroom. Yes, there are just some lines you don't cross. We searched the whole school save for that place, but we never found the carrot. That means the carrot was in the men's restroom. A carrot in the men's restroom? What an odd sense of humor. I should write Ginny a letter asking her to look through the men's restroom. Can't you ask Will instead? It's the men's restroom after all. Nope, that coward finds it, he'll take it to the teacher bawling like before. Keep in mind that if it weren't for Will, you'd be in jail right now. I'd be what? Or 6 feet under? Ugh, I'm so bored. It's a flashback. Flashbacks are supposed to be boring. I see why no one else wants to ride this god-awful train. It's boring enough to drive anyone insane. Hey, a ticket for this train costs 500 pies. And it's stop the witch's house in Hylian, where all roads lead to. You're second place at the school for witches. Whatever, I don't care about any of that. How am I second place anyway? I even sneaked into the forbidden room twice. 3 times. I even looked through the forbidden books in the hidden library in the school basement. I still remember that horned rabbit that was as big as a house. No wonder Will started crying. So how did I manage second place? I simply didn't want to lose. Cut it out and sit quietly. This is a train only for those who want to succeed. The witch's house might be dark and damp, but it's only 3 years of your life. Fine, enough with the lecture. As a matter of fact, I'm disturbed with the thought of taking off my shoes when I get off the train. Shoes? For what? I wonder what kind of trouble you'll get into when we arrive. I won't fool around the moment I get there. I didn't know you had self-awareness. Don't you know about the terrible city of rules that is Hylian? The first thing to do is take your shoes off as soon as you get off the train. This is my first time hearing something like that. I heard that Ginny's older sister was wearing strappy boots when she first arrived at Hylian, so she almost couldn't get off because she had to unstrap them completely. See? Mama bought me new shoes as well. Didn't Aria just mean to encourage you? No, Dad also did say that comfortable boots would be better. That's strange. It's true. I'll also ask other people if you don't believe me. You got lace-up boots. It's a pain to wear lace-up boots if you're boarding the train to Hylian. The food was really delicious though. Your face was bright only when you were eating after getting on the train. The omelet that was overflowing with cheese and crab meat as soon as it was cut. The pink salmon steak seasoned with fresh lemon-scented kiwi sauce. Even the slight frozen strawberries and peach sorbet with whipped cream. Without this meal, I would have jumped off the train sooner. It's definitely different from the food you buy at the store at the school for witches. I ate that to collect the Great Witch Series card. I got scolded because I was caught keeping the card and throwing away the bread. Don't you do that again in Hylian. I'll definitely try the Nubicula nut cupcakes there. That's if I get to Hylian before I get bored to death. It's the only pleasure on this train. Hello, Mr. Bartender. Hey, want a drink? No, I don't drink alcohol. Do you have any tea? Of course. Then I'll have a cup of that. The tea has alcohol though. Is that okay? But then that's just alcohol. Alcohol with tea. Potato. Then can I ask you a question instead of a drink? Anytime. Want some water? Let me know if you need anything to drink. Something on your mind? What sort of work do you do here? I'm mixing my life and changing the alcohol. Wait, I think it's the other way around. I'm just an average bartender working in the most expensive place in the world. What brings you to this very expensive train? I thought you were listening to our conversation. I stopped listening when it got boring. I'm going to be an apprentice at the witch's house in Hylian. After working as an apprentice for 3 years, I'll be able to graduate from the School of Witches. Wow, Hylian, huh? That's a right proper place, isn't it? So they say. That's probably why you got the train ticket for free. You must be someone special. I don't really care about that kind of thing, though. That kind of thing is what's important at the end of the day. It's best to just suck it up. You'll be glad you did later down the road, you know. Yeah, later. We only sell alcohol at the moment. They just asked me if I want water. I should ask the person closest to me before going further. What? Ask what? What? Why are you working here as bartender, not at a shop? I used to own a bar. In this area? Sure did, my wife and I, the two of us. Whoa, you're both bartenders. I met her at work after all. We had to move due to circumstances though, so here we are now. I hope a time comes when you two open up shop again. I may not look the part, but I used to be quite the big deal back in the day. Anyone ask? Virgil, be quiet. You must have been very popular. There were customers who'd visit the bar just to see me. Even to this day, I still take pride in these eyebrows of mine. After all, even my wife said she fell in love with them. Your eyebrows? Wow, a romantic tale that starts with eyebrows. Cocktails are my specialties. Can I take a look at your shoes? My shoes? What for? From what I've heard, you have to take your shoes off before you step foot into Hylian Station. You work at the train, so you know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, that story. Absolutely. Plenty of confused passengers who were all dressed up for Hylian. If you're wearing shoes of that sort, I'd advise you to untie them in advance. O ye who reacheth Hylian, look first upon thy shoes, or so that's how the saying goes. See, Virgil, I was right. The preppy boots that gave me as a present tell me just as much. Those are some nice boots. Right? My mom bought them for me when she found out I was graduating magna. Okay. It sure is amazing your graduation magna loud despite your antics. You gotta keep up with that attitude of yours? Hearing you speak, I have a feeling being boredom won't be an issue. Nope, it's so boring. Aren't you bored, Mr. Bartender? I've gotten used to it, but it's certainly gotten less boring thanks to you and your hat. You've been listening? Other guests would have heard about your arson at the school for witches by now. I didn't set it on fire. Really? Sure, there was a fire, but that was because I shook the potion 5 times and made it explode. Potions must be shaken 3 times only. Even a non-witch like me knows that. Exactly. How can you not try shaking it 4 times having heard that? But you said you shook it 5 times. Nothing happened on the 4th time, so I shook it once more. An inquisitive mind, you've already got the makings of a fine witch. Thanks for the praise. I don't think he was praising you. I should be on my way then. Alright, have a fun trip. You can't act like a country bumpkin once you're in the city, got it? You're not going to ask just one person, are you? Why? One is never enough, you know. Even the greatest detectives never reach a conclusion based on a single piece of evidence. You have a point. Hello. Oh, hello. Am I disturbing you? Negative. What's the issue? Oh, I want to ask you about something. You're on the way to Hylian, right? Correct. What's the matter? Oh, it's just that you have a very blunt way of speaking. Oh my, old habits die hard, especially when one is in deep thought. You sound like a janitor from my school. Well, I used to be a soldier. So, what brings you here? Speak. Before that, what? You've been staring at my feet for a while. Is there some kind of problem? Oh, I was going to ask anyway. Isn't it uncomfortable to wear such strappy boots? It takes some time to put them on and take them off, but I'm used to it. Then it would be hard for you when you arrive at Hylian. What? What are you talking about? I mean, you have to take your shoes off when you get off. What? 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 Huh? Oh, you were kidding? I'm sorry, I'm rather dull when it comes to things like this. Jenny? Mr. Bartender, the mystery has been solved. Did I make some kind of mistake? No, I just realized that I was deceived. Come to think of it, I remember now. It's a joke to make fun of people who visit Hylian for the first time. Stop, you don't have to me twice by giving that much detail. I'm sorry. Are you holding back laughter? No, I'm not. He's trying so hard to be considerate of you. Don't ask twice. Virgil, I hate you even more now. You don't need to be too upset. When I went there for the first time in the past, I was also tricked by a colleague and took them off. That doesn't comfort me at all. I'm sorry. How do you feel? Why are you asking me that? Your molars might fall out. Relax a bit and tell me. I can't believe Ginny deceived me. There's a reason why she's your friend. Now go back to your seat quietly and wait upon we've arrived. We still have 3 more days to go. 3 more days? That's as terrible as the smell of spotted shiitake mushrooms. Sure, speak. Since I'm not much of a talker, I don't have anything to say in particular. You live in Hylian? Correct. I own a flower shop there. Whoa. Were you on your way somewhere? Yes, I met an old friend of mine. Wow, must have been fun. Correct. Nothing you'd find exciting. It's unremarkable. I do run a flower shop, but as you can see, I'm just a normal passenger at the moment. Up ahead is the engine room. Small talk is forbidden during operation. I'm an attendant of Brightman Railroad. My job is to ensure that passengers' comfort and safety. Please save any inquiries regarding souvenirs at the station until we exit the train. Alright now, have some patience and stay seated. Ugh. I'm bored. Well, you just sat down. This is torture. Stare out the window if you're so bored. Yeah, look outside. Look at that mountain. It must be hiding a cave with strange pillars, statues, and a giant door. Sounds like the prologue to a story where you awaken a terrible demon. Wait, hold on. Virgil, be quiet and look out the window at the summit of the mountain. There's a gigantic shining tree at the top. A gigantic shining tree. Why is it shining? Does it have luminous flowers? It must be beautiful up close. Give it up. This train won't stop for 2 days. Ugh, I want to get out now. I hope we crash. Fat chance of that happening, so just stay bored. After all, you signed up for 3 years of even more boredom. Aren't there any crocopens nearby? Nope. What about boa constrictors? This isn't a jungle. The train robbers? This isn't the Wild West. It's a healing game, remember? Hey, a boa constrictor. The correct line is, what's going on? There's no station here. Why are we stopping? I'm not sure. Maybe there's something wrong with the train. I doubt it's a boa constrictor though. I don't care if it's not a boa constrictor. Please just say there's some massively crucial issue. Please, please, please. We apologize for the inconvenience. A critical issue, perhaps? The train cannot continue its journey due to a critical issue. Yes! Attention! The train will stop until tomorrow morning at the departure time. Can we go outside? Will likely be announced tomorrow. We will depart immediately if possible. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. In the meantime, please avoid wandering too far from the train. Let's go. I'm not sure if you remember, but of course I remember. The shining tree is at the peak. No, not that. We have to get back by tomorrow morning. Then we should get going.